What is up, guys? This is your boy Superior Simmer. Today I have some more information regarding The Sims. If you guys like news, updates, and discussions, please hit the sub button. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. I also do have an affiliate link with Instagame to bring you guys cheaper games. If you guys click the right side of the screen or the link in the description, you guys will find a bunch of deals on cheaper game titles. They have action RPGs, adventure games, of course, simulation, racing. Without further ado, let's get into the content. Okay, so recently there's been some controversy with the Sims blog post. Okay, so heading on over to Twitter, the Sims Direct posted less lag, more llama. I don't know what that means. Performance tips straight from our QA team to keep your game running smoothly. And if you click this link, it takes you to a blog giving you tips and tricks on how to run your game smoothly. And I'm not gonna lie, when I did read the blog post, there was a lot of helpful tips, and I feel like it did give some insight on why your game could be running into a lot of issues. Now, looking at the responses, as you would expect, there is a lot of people that disagree with this. There was one tweet by, I think, Ren, who says, "You should be ashamed to tell people to put less objects, stairs, pools, etc. This is the gameplay you told us that a closed world would fix performance issues as Sims 3 had. But 10 years later, we have the same problems. Fix the game or stop releasing packs." I mean, I think the tweet speaks for itself. So we have another one here by Amy who says, "So in other words, don't be creative or use all the content." And the packs we insist on shilling to you every few months. Don't have fun with your gameplay, basic stuff only. That's what it sounds like to me, bro. It sounds like they want to limit the packs that players buy, but they also want players to keep on buying the packs that they're selling. It just doesn't make sense to me, bro. I don't understand that. There are so many kits out there with a bunch of different clutter from different themes, and players are just supposed to pick like a few items from that one clutter kit. We have another comment here by G who says, "Releasing upwards of 8 DLC a year and your solution is to limit what DLC you use and how much? What an absolute joke. You need to make a new gen game that doesn't suffer these fundamental issues because of the decade-old game engine." Obviously, with the state of the Sims and, you know, everything going on with the buyout, don't think people are going to want to buy a Sims 5 at this point, but definitely back then before this buyout happened, I think a lot of Simmers would have loved to have a Sims 5. And don't get me wrong, I know there's a few people who are going to disagree with me on that. A lot of the OG Simmers who played the previous Sims games lived in the golden era of Sims. It was not like how it is now. And I'm not talking about how busted the game is. Also, just how DLC was sold back then. The amount of content that we got in those packs. It was a different era back then. And it's no secret that The Sims 4 had a rocky launch. Some could even argue that The Sims 4 is still in early access till this day. I'm definitely going to make a separate video talking about what's been going on with Project Reject, because I still don't know what Project Renee is supposed to be. I just know it's not for us OG players. All we know is that it's supposed to be a multiplayer game that you can play with friends, and it also will have a mobile version as well, which to me just sounds so bizarre. So I don't even know. It just sounds like a nightmare, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. It sounds like a nightmare. We have this last comment here. I'm just gonna call them Omni, who says, "I have a great tip. Take accountability for a game that doesn't work and refund everyone." When I saw that little trailer that they did for the 150 bug fixes, to me it was just so stupid. Like, they're celebrating them fixing the game. Like, okay. I was like, you know what? Maybe this time they'll actually fix the game. Long and behold, the patch I was supposed to fix the stuff that's broken has broken other stuff. And it's crazy. Like, to me, this game will just never get fixed, bro. And I feel for them. I honestly do feel for the Sims team, because I know they're trying their best, but their best is just not good enough. I think they need to wrap it up, bro. Like, I'm sorry. What's crazy too is, like, I saw this tweet here by Leonardo, who says this cutting board in the new kit has a bug in the shadow of the little plant above it. I don't even remember the names of the new kits because I just do not care. One of the new kits that came out recently has a bug, bro. This is the shit that I'm talking about. You guys are releasing broken kits now. This is not the first time as well. It's ridiculous, bro. Now, moving on. Wait. Do you guys hear that? That sounds like...
We've come so far, so we should stay a while. Just take it slow. Focus on you and I. So much to do, so much to say. Just let it wait, or we can take our time. Feel the desire, baby. Don't wanna let this go. It's so uncommon, trust me. Our love is beautiful. We could be invincible. Our love is unstoppable. I think it's time I put my heart on the line. Give me some time, show me the world, and tell me all your secrets. Confide in me, and it will be that you know I can keep on stepping to my eyes. Tell me you stay there for a while, and shine your light on me.
So So not going over everything, but some of the major things that they talked about. Number one, it says make sure your PC drivers and games are fully updated. That is the easiest fix. I would hope people who play on PC know to update their drivers. That can fix a lot of issues for any game that you play. Number two is simplify your builds. So they mentioned too many decorations, mirrors, big pools, platforms, or stairs can tank performance. They say if a lot lags a lot, remove clutter. This is where it gets really silly for me, because these guys are literally telling people not to put clutter into builds. Keep in mind, majority of the content that The Sims makes and advertise to their players is kits, and those kits consist of mostly clutter items. So literally they're advertising people to buy their shitty kits, but at the same time they're telling Simmers not to use those said items that they've bought because it's going to lag your game. Make it make sense. It's so confusing to me that they even wrote this. Who greenlit this, bro? It's weird to me. Another tip that they mentioned is lowering the sim count. They say if your sim count is set to 150 or unlimited, drop it back to around 80. That makes a huge difference. I think this one is fair. Again, you do have the option to set it to unlimited, or you can again cap it. This one I found funny as well. They say be careful with cheats. So they mentioned that the bb.move objects and live edit objects are fun, but they add complexity. They say use them lightly and always back up your saves. I think obviously this is one of those rules that like this didn't need to be said. Like obviously when you're using cheats like this, it's kind of like at your own risk. But back then this was never an issue. Like they were never like, hey, be careful using BB. At least not that I know of, right? But because the game is so busted, now we have to be extra careful when we use these types of cheats, which I find so funny, bro. It's just crazy to me. Again, another tip they mentioned is to clean your mods folder. They say too many mods or thousands of screenshots / music files slow down the game. Delete what you don't use. When they made that tweet basically calling out Simmers for using broken mods, which was just ridiculous, because keep in mind, like a lot of you guys have said who play on console, you guys experience the same issues players do on PC, and you can't use mods on console. So it's not a mods issue, it's a game issue. It's the broken packs that you're selling to Simmers. So I find it really funny that they try to throw this back in here like, hey, it's your mods. Like, no, it's not, bro. It's not. Another thing they mentioned is to also close other apps. So browsing other tabs and having background programs up will steal your resources. They say shut them down while you're playing. Of course, if you're using like Google Chrome and you have like a bunch of tabs open, that's going to slow down your computer. So if you are planning on playing any game for that instance, I'm assuming you're not streaming, you know, you shouldn't have so many tabs open, because again, Google does eat up a lot of resources. Now lastly, the Sims Direct did give us an update on the save file issues. So I'm just going to read the whole thing because it's not too long. And of course, I will leave all the blog posts in the link in the description if you guys want to read it on your own. They said our progress so far. They said that we're focused on identifying any potential causes of corruption, implementing preventative measures to avoid future issues, and resolving any identified problems to ensure your gameplay experiences remain safe and reliable. Well, it's kind of too late for that, because, you know, people did lose their saves over this bullshit. They mean when they refer to the save corruption, we mean situations where the game itself won't load, a save file fails to load, or save loads but is missing assets such as thumbnails or lots. To tackle this, our specialized team is focused on save integrity. Here's what's been happening. They mentioned community collaboration. They said that we asked you to share impacted saves. We've received dozens of them so far, and thank you for providing these. Please keep them coming. Again, I will also leave that in the link in the description if you guys want to provide your saves. They said we'll develop a new Python-based tool that helps us extract, analyze, and summarize the data in save files provided by our players. This is helping us provide more actionable data to investigation teams. We've organized incoming reports to better understand potential patterns, file size, code versions, number of packs, use of mods, and more. This is a review of past fixes. Our team has analyzed historical corruption causes to learn from previous solves and spot any recurring causes. Now moving on to their current investigations. They said from attempting to reproduce issues reported by players both within and without mods, we identify the following issues as strong leads. These require more time to investigate before we can confirm anything completely. We want to keep you updated on what we've learned so far. Moving on to scratch file concerns. This is one of our most pressing leads involves scratch files. These are important but temporary files the game relies on, and reports suggest they may be disappearing or getting deleted, which could trigger corruption. They said they're also looking into the root cause of these deletions, focus on any areas where the Sims 4 files will come in contact with other systems, cloud backup services, and other external factors that could be deleting or overwriting these files. They also mentioned lot data issues. So another major area of focus is lot data. Some lots provided to us show up with missing or extremely minimal information in saves. We reproduce cases internally of endless loading / white screens linked to certain build behaviors like super stuffed lots with and without mods. They're also tracking any potential links to specific expansion packs or objects, though corruption reports predate packs like The Sims 4 For Rent. They also mentioned that other areas of focus Excessive rental units alone don't seem to be primary causes of corruption at this time. While more units do increase error reports, data also suggests it's likely tied to overall save complexity rather than unit count alone. That's very interesting because I know for a long time everyone thought it was because of the for rent expansion pack and again the unit limit size, but apparently it's not just that alone. They said instances of corruption existed before the release of for rent, and our investigations into individual packs remain top priority. I remember a lot of people are saying that like their save files were corrupted way before for rent came. Again, that does make sense from like the previous thing that they just mentioned. They said in some cases specific types of mods called script mods are leaving behind files after the mod is removed that can cause issues in the Sims 4, though we have not yet linked this to corruption. That was something I did talk about in a few videos ago. There are certain mods out there that you have to follow steps to uninstall, and like the modder will leave them there. This whole thing is very complex, bro. It's insane. So lastly, they said they're going to continue to test venue type data transfer across saves. They're going to be deepening their investigation into scratch file deletion and common external programs, exploring historical cases of save blow to understand potential connections, and out of abundance of caution, we're removing the BB. Increase unit cap residential unit cheat in an upcoming update as a preventive step while broader fixes are developed. But yeah, this was very interesting to read, and again, I would love to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions on this. Again, not everyone is experiencing all these issues, but I would say a large portion are. And you have to keep in mind too, this is not just a PC thing. Like console players are experiencing a bunch of issues as well. It's just like a running gag at this point. I don't know. And of course, if you guys are experiencing any issues, please let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, with that being said, if you guys made it to the end of this video, I appreciate you so much. I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.